Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the show. I'm Sean David. Let's talk some old school basketball. In this video, I want to talk about some of the most feared players in NBA history, and especially the 1980s and 1990s. And just to be clear, if I'm talking about feared, I'm not talking about basketball skill-wise, but more of like, you don't want to mess with those guys. But before we start with this video, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and always click on the notifications button so you get notified once I upload a new video. And I would say, let's do this. Alright, the first guy that I want to talk about is Charles Oakley. You probably remember him best from his days with the New York Knicks, but he used to play for the Chicago Bulls and was actually Michael Jordan's protector. He was actually one of the few reasons why nobody dared to touch Michael Jordan back in the days. Unfortunately, I don't have an exact number, but I would guess that he will probably have the most fights in NBA history next to Bill Laimbeer. And if you talk to former NBA players, they will all confirm that this guy was seriously nobody you wanted to challenge. And you can see it even until today. Let's have a look.
You're looking over there. Apparently there's a Charles Oakley over there, Mike, in the stands.
I want to know which of the famous Charles Oakley stories are true. Did you slap Charles Barkley during labor negotiations in 1999? Is that true?
I can say a true story.
True or false, you slapped Jeff McGinnis?
Oh, man. You got the resume. I mean, nothing this person, just something happening, not like, trying to, be headlines and be I'm not a bad guy.
And Drexler lost it. Barkley on the recovery, stopped by Ewing, and then put on the floor by Oakley, and Barkley goes at Oakley. Oakley missed with a swing. Barkley tried to go back at him, and they're separated.
I'm not a bad guy.
Larry Johnson slow getting over on Oakley, and Oakley makes this tough shot. Now he gets a chance for the three-point play, so we've had three three-point play opportunities, a three-point shot, and I think the fans...
Last year, Charles Oakley of the Knicks and Karl Malone of Utah expressed something less than holiday spirit towards each other. The referees quickly whistled no mas because on Saturday night at the Garden, Charles Oakley advanced his reputation as NBA tough guy as a result of his fourth quarter tussle with Seattle's Xavier McDaniel. A reputation such as this is expensive to maintain. $7,500 each and a one-game suspension effective.
I'm not a bad guy.
And the next player on my list is Vernon Maxwell, aka Mad Max. And that nickname is really deserved. If you don't know him, he used to play for the Philadelphia 76ers and the Houston Rockets. And believe me, he was a very good baller, really clutch when it mattered, but that guy was really crazy. There's one incredible story told by Kenny Smith where Vernon Maxwell was actually fighting Hakeem Olajuwon during halftime, and after he got punched by Hakeem Olajuwon, he still came back for more. By the way, 5 minutes later, he was given a great assist to Hakeem Olajuwon on the court. Crazy.
Paxson.
Jordan.
There it is.
Again,
He's out. He's gone.
He's gone now.
Uh-oh, he bumped the official. He is gone. Yes, he's out of the game. He's fouled out. So you can't.
Technical foul also.
Oh, man, now he had some unpleasantries for him, so Maxwell leaves.
Maxwell's teammates trying to restrain him from the official. He throws his gun at Jack Knees. Vernon Maxwell's been thrown out of the game. Now he has fouled out, but he's not being allowed to go to the bench because he's been...
Between you and Vernon Maxwell that happened back in Seattle, what went down in that fight?
Well, you know what? This is what went down. We was at a practice. We having a bad practice. We done lost about 2 or 3 games in a row. The guy who told about this fight,
Brent Barry,
was getting his head tore off by Vernon Maxwell. Vernon was on the second team. Brent was starting with me, 1 and a 2, and Brent was getting punched. And Brent didn't tell you about this, did he? So then all of a sudden I said, okay, let's switch. Let me be on him and this, and we'll do it like that. Vernon tried to do the same thing to me. I told him one more time, man, we're going to cut this practice out, and after practice, I'm going to beat your and back in the locker room. He kept it going, and then all of a sudden, he thought I forgot.
He thought
Yeah.
the Oakley came out.
The Oakley came back
Okay.
out of me. Then when I went in the locker room, I waited for him. Well, I didn't want to hurt my beautiful hands and all that because I was the man.
You just put a glove on.
But I gotta wait.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I gotta wait.
Okay, all right.
They knew I was waiting for him. They tried to keep him out of the locker room. He wanted to be a big time dude. I went up in there. As soon as he came up in there, I fronted him. Horace Grant tried to get in the way, tried to knock his head off with the weight. Hit Horace Grant. Messed him up. He was out for a game. I felt bad.
He hit Horace Grant with a weight.
You hit
with a weight.
With a little weight, 10-pound weight. I tried to bust Vernon head wide open to the white meat. I tried to bust him to the white meat.
Yeah, they were laughing at this.
Yeah, they laughing. I could have been laughing with his head all busted wide open, but that's how it went down.
So if you saw Vernon today, you guys hug it out?
Oh no, we best of friends now.
That was wild.
That was really wild.
How long did it take for you guys to get over that little situation?
About 3 months.
3 months?
3, 4 months.
And then y'all was back hugging.
And the next player on my list is Jerry Stackhouse. Stack. That guy was such a great basketball player from North Carolina, had his first days with the Philadelphia 76ers and became kind of a journeyman because he played for many teams. But that guy was super tough. He was literally afraid of nobody, but it was vice versa. Nobody wanted to mess with Stackhouse. And if they did, well, that didn't end up too good.
The number of times in his pro career that Jerry Stackhouse got into a fist fight with a teammate was?
Nah, probably. I said, man, it might have been 5 times. Maybe 5 times. All in the heat of the battle, man. It's part of the game.
Give me the most memorable one, though. Give me the one that you remember the most.
I try to forget them.
Do you think that being taken out of the game completely, the intimidation factor, has had a profound effect on the game now?
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's, guys feel really, really comfortable because they know in between the lines that this guy, used to be this guy, he might hit me in my mouth, he might. It's always a little bit. I was like, no, it's so rare that you have any of that type of stuff. But I don't know if it's for. I just like for him to be more competitive.
Give me somebody that you thought that ran through your head about. You're the guy that it ran through most people's head, but somebody that it ran through your head.
No,
this guy might hit me in the mouth.
No, I already was thinking that I was going to hit him back in his mouth if he did, so I didn't spend too much time thinking about that.
Never.
And the next player that I have on my list is Elvin Robertson, probably one of the best defenders in the 1980s and also a little bit in the 1990s. He was actually one of the few guys who recorded a quadruple double. Such a great basketball player, but he was also known to be one of the toughest guys that nobody wanted to mess with. Actually, there's one game where Shaquille O'Neal messed with him, and he's actually one of the few guys who was actually willing to do that. So let's have a look.
It's a 2-point game with about 5 minutes to play. Back to Chicago in just a second. First, got to show you what happened in Orlando just moments ago. Shaquille O'Neal was ejected, and here's why.
Lambeer all over O'Neal. Shaq wants to be let go of. He's sick and tired of Lambeer hanging all over. Lambeer, the quick foul call. Oh, punches thrown. Robertson and O'Neal. And there were 2 solid shots landed. Matt Kukas now charging out. 2 solid shots landed under the goal.
Shaquille O'Neal was ejected, a season-low 7 points. Now let's go back to Chicago.
And the next player on my list is Terry Cummings, a guy that I had recently on my show, a great basketball player. He was one of the strongest guys in the 1980s and early 1990s. And actually, there was a very funny story by Chris Webber who said that once Terry Cummings grabbed him on the shoulder, he never felt such a strong grip. So there you go.
That's off the mark. Rodman with another rebound. And a foul is going to be called on Terry Cummings. Watch out. Technical foul on Cummings, and Rodman keeps his cool.
Well, Rodman knew Terry Cummings was upset, so that's why he stood over top of him. That's a smart play by Dennis Rodman. He knew Terry Cummings was upset over that, and he perpetuated it by standing over him. You can see it right here. You see it. He does that on purpose, and you knew you would get a reaction.
Alright you guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and hope to see you next time. Peace. I'm out. Hey you guys, if you're active on Facebook, I can really recommend Open Court. As an NBA fan, you should find everything you need. If it's funny NBA videos, impressive highlights, or even NBA news, I check out Open Court every day.